Alright, this is my 12th episode here of Dangerous Waters, and we're going to do another mission today. And I'm going to take the 60 Romeo, the MH-60 to be specific, MH-60 Romeo, updated version of the SH-60. We're going to be operating off a Perry-class frigate, the USS Thatch, over by Taiwan. There's my armament, 3 Mark 50s, and just to check out some of the data there on the weapon. They got everything in there except range, so that means it's still classified, as it should be. So we're going to break this Chinese blockade of Taiwan. Alright, there's our battle space, South China Sea. And right off the bat, I'm going to plot a course due north. And this is a CEP, an area of probability of a submarine that the Thatch is tracking. So I'm going to go up there and investigate. Going to go around the various stations. Here's the pilot station right here. Pretty realistic looking stuff. And we go around out the side window. So the TACO station, TAO, TACO I think. I don't know what they call them in the 60. P3 was called the TACO, the officer that's in charge of the weapons. Here's the very busy person, the AEW, enlisted guy in the back. He's running the MAD, the ESM, the dipping sonar right there. And the radar, of course, too. And he also is in charge of the acoustic displays for the sonar buoys. That's one person doing all those stations back there. So this is crazy. Okay, so P3s had the exact same equipment, more buoy capability, but they had 3 enlisted in the back. One to run the non-acoustic systems, the radars and the MAD boom, and the other 2 guys to work on lofargrams, the analysis. So putting my first buoy in the water, chose a dive far deep. And as you can see right there, I don't know if you caught it, the buoys do not come out the bottom of this aircraft. They actually come out the port side. All those holes right there. So pretty interesting design. I don't know how it's held up over time. But let's tune up a buoy here. There we go. And on to the next buoy. I'm just going to put these buoys kind of in a northerly, northeasterly pattern, cutting through the middle of this datum, this area of probability where the Thatch thinks the sub could be. So second buoy about to go out in the water. Comes out the port side, I believe. Yeah, we missed it. Okay, but it came out, and here's the proof. Buoy 2 is being tuned up. And if I just put them parallel, it might be hard to get some cross fixes, so I'm thinking to either go northwest or northeast. I'm going to choose northeast.
New passive contact bearing 057. Buoy channel 01. Assigned track number 100.
Yeah, there was a pretty good shot. You see the buoy, and it's got the little helicopter blades on it. And it splashed there about 100 yards off the port bow, maybe 50 yards off the port bow. Pretty interesting design. And there's the lofargrams coming in there pretty good. And again, pretty realistic looking. That's a lot of the displays I looked at in the Navy look just like that. Right now, sonar is just saying that we have a fishing boat out there. Okay. All right, there we go. We got a POS sub. Yeah, looks like track 006, so let's classify it right away. That's promising. The air crewman also classified it as a Han, POS Han. So we are looking for Chinese subs. Alright. That's where the sonar guys and the air crew talk the slowest. Alright, so here attention is to get the MAD boom out. That's what it looks like. A little bitty towed body down there. Gonna get it a few feet off the surface. And just run out that line of bearing and see if we get a hit. Now I manually stopped it. I don't know if it's possible to put the MAD boom in the water. Alright, as you can see, there's no surface contact, so surface picture's clear, so that's definitely from something under the water. Now, it could be a seamount or a shipwreck, and we've got charts like that in the Navy to go and verify. But we pretty much know that it's the Han.
New passive contact bearing 107. Buoy channel 0.
So go ahead and classify this guy.
Assign track number 1010. Hot buoy channel 02.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, now we're setting up for weapon drop. And remember, I loaded up 3 Mark 50s. Let's go ahead and line that spot up right there. And this is where he was at, so I don't want to put it on top of him because I don't know where he went. He might have went north, might have went south. That's where he was a couple minutes ago. Incoming transmission. Okay, the Thatch just wired in a new contact position. But that's alright. Pretty sure we got him right there. The MAD doesn't lie. And right here I just noticed Auto Crew had the torpedo set up to go out passive. And I wanted to go active right away. So as soon as it hits the water, it's going to start pinging. Yes, it will alert the sub, but this helo is just so nice. You're literally right on top of the guy. So very short response anyway, response time to do anything. And here we go.
Waypoint reached.
Alright, our first weapon launch. There she goes. And if you didn't catch it, the Romeo can carry up to 3 torpedoes. Or 3 anti-surface missiles. But today we're set up to do ASW, anti-submarine. This first weapon,
New passive contact bearing.
maybe a decoy got it or something from the Han, but this weapon just runs north.
Assign track number 1014.
So this is my second attack. I'm setting it up on these cross fixes. So I have a couple buoy fixes right there, buoy lines of bearing. And again, I'm going to keep the weapon active. Because, you know, the sub is going to be so near. I mean, we're talking within 600-700 yards when I drop these weapons. You know, from where the sub's at. So here's our second torp. Okay, let's see how we fare. Alright, well, it's heading down. That's a good sign. Yeah, very deep water where we're at, over 12,000 feet. So the sub definitely has some room to evade. And I'm thinking that's what happens here too, because this weapon also misses and just runs away to the east.
New passive contact bearing 071.
But still getting contact data from the buoys, so that's kind of you know, keeps me in the game, keeps me in the hunt. Okay, so now I'm just kind of do some sonar geometry here, starting to guess. I know he was there at that MAD hit, and now he's over here on this track 1005. So I'm thinking he just went due east. So I just laid a mark right over there. And I'm going to go head that direction. So here's what the dipping sonar looks like. It has narrowband capability as well as active. Okay, so I've got it a few feet under the water there, about 120 feet or so under. And I'm going to go ahead and go active. Go 15k yards. And it doesn't get much better than that, guys. That's a gorgeous ping.
New active contact bearing 173.
Okay. Gorgeous return, I should say. Nothing else around. Nice deep water. That's what you'd expect. No bottom bounce. No interference. Now, if there are schools of fish out there, you might get some interference, but very nice. So I'm just going to keep transmitting here. Come on, keep transmitting.
New passive another mark. Bearing 071. Buoy channel 02.
Range didn't move, but the bearing did a little bit on that one.
21.
And 15k yards is about 7 miles. There's another nice, good, bright return. And I'm trying to remember, the range here is about 600 to 700 yards from my helo. So I'm really right on top of him right now. And I'm just making him sweat bullets right now. But also getting a lot of good data. And if I hit transmit again, let's go hit transmit again. We'll just continuous ping this guy. There we go. And there's nothing wrong with that. I really don't care about being covert right now. So he should actually really be sweating bullets right now. So we got to see some passive work with the sonobuoys, the MAD, and the dipping sonar for this weapon away right here. Yeah, we were right on the surface too. And again, I sent the weapon out active right away. Alright, like that you can still see the dipping sonar in the back. Let's swing the camera view around. Alright, the torp went shallow. Okay, so there's where sonar had the returns. Look at that, torpedo just dived straight down. So that makes me feel good that he would have went deep to try to get away from us.
New passive contact bearing 089. Buoy channel 02. Assigned track number 102.
Okay. And we are running towards some cross-fixing data. And there he is. Alright, game over for the Han. So my guesstimation was off, as you can see. He's right in between where I think he was at from the MAD to my little X point. But that pinging sonar was awesome. And that's what remains of the Han. Alright, so let's look at getting this helicopter back on the ship. So there's our boat, FFG-43, the Thatch. Kind of like going into a flight simulator mode here. Of course, the computer is doing all the work. Just basically, I think it's Control B or just the B button to return to base. But if you hover over your helo on the tactical display, right click, and either, I think it's under navigate. And first time for me that I did it, I just said, oh yeah, let's see what it looks like to return to base. A couple missions ago, I did fly one of these where I ran out of torps. I missed 3 times. And return to base, just like in real life, 15 minutes or so on deck. You can reload and refuel. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Even though I've completed the mission, just show you guys what it looks like to land on a frigate. And from the helo's perspective. There we go. And reload and rearm. And then take off to fight another day. Good look at that Sea Whiz there, looking over the flight deck. Pretty hard landing. Probably realistic too. Yeah, my time in the Navy, I never did fly in a helo. Never really wanted to. The helo guys, sorry, they just don't look that safe to me. They're kind of small. It's like that line in Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat. Okay, so swinging around. Just a small little aircraft. Very capable aircraft too. So the fact that this Perry class could carry 2 of these is really, really something. Again, just really think the Fig 7 was a great ship. So we just got the green deck now. So we're going to just put in an altitude here to get us off the deck. There we go. And I like the realism here too. The helo's going to rise up and then immediately cut to the left before she goes up. And there we go. 60 Romeo, great to take out, and off to find some more subs. Till next time.